Welcome to partialarc.com. Don't do that.
You find yourself in a tavern.
Oh, we should have checked for traps.
I knew he forgot something.
I think I can reason with him.
You killed his father.
Can I have sex with it?
You could certainly try.
I'm gonna touch a sword.
Don't touch the sword!
The child is evil, right?
Obviously.
I could cast Fireball.
Always cast fireball.
All right, roll for it. Welcome to Friday Night Quests. I'm your host and Dungeon Master, Jay Jones. This week we bring you part 2 of our special holiday adventure, focusing on the early life of Sweeney, aka Linus Whitaker, and his mentorship under the nefarious Alaric Lavont. One note, due to the holidays, we're going to try to record this season's aftermath a bit on the early side. Next week is the final part of this adventure, and you shouldn't wait too long to get your questions in. You can submit them to us on Twitter by tweeting @partialarc and using our new hashtag FNQAftermath. You can also email us questions for the show at FridayNightQuests@gmail.com. And without further ado, let's get to the game. Previously on Friday Night Quests. A small town denies entry to Alaric Lavont in his court of young wizards. But he will not be deterred. Alaric sent his protégés into a wizard's tower to recover a relic, where they were forced to battle with an octopus before they could ascend any higher.
Can we take a minute and rest and collect ourselves?
Let's do it, yeah.
Yeah. I think that would be a good idea.
So you guys lay down in this room on the stone floor. Some of you sit in the chairs along the wall and take it easy. Are you guys going to use hit dice to regain some hit points?
I am. I'm at 1. I rolled a 1.
I can only lose exhaustion after a long wait, correct?
What?
I can only lose exhaustion after a long rest, correct?
That might be correct, yes.
All right.
Thanks to my Constitution modifier, I'm now at 4, which is only half my health instead of an eighth.
It's good.
Yeah, it's a 400% improvement.
My Constitution modifier is the only reason I'm almost at full health. Because I rolled like garbage.
And while we're resting, I'm probably going to be looking at those books.
Okay. So
I'll probably take a couple of them.
I'm going to be reading that gripping story of the boy who becomes a tree.
yeah, it's really good. You're kind of lost in the prose, and you're like,
Beat me to the joke.
And you're like flipping through, you're like, I'll only read this dumb book about a boy becoming a tree. And then like 2 chapters in, you like want to talk about it with everyone. Like, but like also this, you guys have no idea.
Like, the character work's really good.
His mother's name is Martha.
Oh.
And right as you're getting around like chapter 4, the Great Tree War, and the boy having to venture off and choose between the war of being a tree or being a human, because it is a war with humans. It's a real deep book, guys. But
the untold story of the 2 towers.
Yeah, this is from their perspective. But Linus, you're paging through a couple of the books as well. Again, these look like fun adventure novels. You found one about a pirate who kind of created the first flying pirate ship by taking like kind of like a weather balloon design and kind of creating a first kind of flying pirate ship and their
Jack
adventures.
Galligant the Daring.
Yep, that's exactly the name of the pirate.
Jack Galligan.
And again, the pirate one, the tree one, you can see the pages have been like bent and marked, like somebody's been reading through them quite a bit. But otherwise, yeah, nothing really of note in this room.
I spend the whole time we're resting just wringing out my clothes
Staring at Braddock,
and
just like
staring at all of you. The most intense stare I can muster.
I'll use
Over the hood. Oh no, well I have to take off the whole hooded part and it reveals that I have blonde hair and I hate it and it's why I always hide it. But like, I'm not good enough to find hair dye yet apparently, so...
Well, the problem is that it's grown out since you at last dyed it. So.
Oh no, the roots are showing.
Oh boy, that's even worse.
it's like stark black and then just blonde.
Oh, that's really... So like with the hood on, it looks like you have like this dark black hair like hanging just above your brow, and then when it flips back, this bright blonde hair.
Oh,
You just got
That is
the
an
blonde
interesting
stripe.
design.
I'll cast Prestidigitation on Yvette and dry her off.
Thank you.
I now continue staring at you as I wring out my clothes more.
I
Having
could
a
have.
Linus little wink.
I could have helped you too. You were already doing that.
Sure, magic could have solved this in a minute, but I'd rather watch you for about 20 minutes slowly wring out your wet clothes.
I was reading.
Marcus, when did you turn blonde?
I
Marcus is
slowly put my hood back on and don't acknowledge you. And I pick up a book, and the first book I pick up has just a giant picture of an octopus on it. I throw it to the ground.
And I'm just
It's
too
like-
involved
it's-
in my book to notice any of this happening.
It just says like Oscar the friendly octopus on it. And it's like a magical octopus like in a house like cooking with all of its stuff and like cleaning with one of its tentacles.
Oh god, it's like that video game. What is it, Octodad or whatever it is?
Octodad. Yeah, it's a bunch of kids like sitting at a table in the corner like with their like hands holding like silverware like getting ready to eat and like the octopus is making food and cleaning stuff.
I want an omelet.
One of the kids is a cute little blonde kid with like a black shirt.
It's a lot of those kids' books where like the
Single
parents
tier.
are gone and are never explained why they're not there, but an octopus is there and that's fun.
Yep.
All right, so I just want to get a quick pulse check on everybody's health. Yvette, what's your health?
I'm still at full.
All right, Braddock.
Up to a 9.
Okay, Linus.
4 out of 8.
Ooh, and Marcus.
I'm still at my full 6.
6. Ooh, that's good.
Thank goodness. One
All
hit
right.
wonder.
So, again, there are 2 exits to this room. One is a hatch down to potentially a pissed off octopus thing, and the other one is a stone archway into another room.
I kind of just want to do that, like open the hatch and close the hatch to like play with the sound.
Did it try to move at all? Because if it did, it might take some damage.
It definitely did, because at a certain point it like ran. Can you roll what is it, a D8 for me?
Yeah.
Oh, we just hear a big boom. This is a gigantic
You hear a
boom.
faint boom of 2.
And it's
It's more a soft clap.
you hear a screech.
There we go, Marcus. Did you just fart? Come on.
All right. So what do you guys do?
To fart, he'd have to have eaten something. Did you have food?
He ate that soup.
I
No.
ate the soup.
Did he?
I don't
I
touch
ate-
that soup.
I ate all of the soup.
Yeah, thanks for saving none. Jeez.
It just occurred to me that I could have used prestidigitation to flavor the soup.
Yes, you very much could have, but I didn't want to point it out.
It occurred to me partway through the fight. I was looking at my spells. I was like, oh yeah, magic.
You could go season the octopus water.
Oh good.
Oh, that's so mean. It's
No,
now just breathing onion water.
no, I'm not gonna do that. Well, let's. I don't say any of that. I just like it occurs to me. I'm just like thinking about the soup. I'm like, yeah, let's keep going, guys.
The light bulb goes off, and you just continuing.
Light bulb turns on. I just turn it off. Nope, not sharing that idea.
I mean, I want to continue through the stone archway. Yeah.
Yeah.
Through the stone archway.
I'm going to commence sneaking.
All right.
Commence the sneakery.
I fall over. It's an 8.
The blonde
You
hair's
hit
not
the
fooling
first
anyone.
stone like on the lip of the room and then fall into the room. And as you fall into the room, you look ahead, and in this room you see 4 tables. On the tables themselves, you see a candelabra, lights on each of them, with candles in each, with flames lit on each of the candelabras, and light cast out from the candelabras around the room.
It ignites as he enters.
No. It
Oh,
was
okay.
there. It was flickering light coming from the room.
Got it.
And you see the light casting out from these different candelabras. And you see around the room there are other like little tables with like food and things like that sitting out. Like you see apples and grapes. On another table you see breads and cheeses nearby the candelabras. And then around the edges of the room you see beautiful oil paintings hanging on the walls, 2 on each side. So I think this room looks like a big square with 4 tables in the center, kind of like making a square. On each of those tables are candelabras. So on the right side of the room, just next to the candelabra tables, is a smaller table with like bread and cheese, and on the left-hand side, some apples and fruits and things like that, and along the walls, oil paintings. The oil paintings themselves, when you look at them, they depict some kids. One of them is like kids running out of like a forest, in this dark, spooky forest in the background, and you see eyes in the darkness. You see some kids leaning over and looking into a well, and in the well you see dark, spooky eyes looking up out from the well, and a couple similar style, look like fairy tale type of paintings around the room.
Do
What
the
you
kids
guys
look
do?
like us?
The kids don't look like you.
Okay.
I want to do an Arcana check on the paintings and see if there is anything arcane-ish about them. Don't worry about it too much, though. Oh, wait, hold on. My Arcana's bonkers good. 13.
You look at the glimmer and shine, and I think we've talked about this before on the podcast, but like understanding what something means by rolling on Arcana, I assume it's something like you know how magic works. So like to make a painting do a thing, you might need to do a magical glaze or whatever over it.
Yeah.
And you're looking for that glaze and that shine on the painting to maybe it has some sort of magical quality. And you notice with a 13 that there does look like there's some sort of glaze on each of these paintings.
Okay. These are definitely enchanted somehow, but I'm not sure what with. We should probably not touch them, though. I would think. Right. I mean, or do, but like I personally don't think so.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't touch that food either.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, don't touch the food. Also, yeah, don't do that.
Make that mistake once.
Was the cookie bad?
It was absolutely delicious, but I'm really tired.
Oh,
So tired, but it's so good.
okay. Yeah, I guess we just keep moving.
Okay. So you guys step into the room. How do you guys, do you just walk straight through it?
Yeah, I mean, the table's just trying to not touch anything.
Okay. What order are you guys going in?
I'm crawling under the tables.
You're crawling under the tables, Marcus?
Do you have the theme song when you're doing it? Dun, 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 dun.
I'm trying to be real sneaky like.
Okay. Marcus, you feel something near your feet as you're crawling under the table. You just feel something bump up against you, and you look back, and all you see in the quick moment that it happened is you see the ripple on the purple glistening of your mage armor. So it looks like something bumped up against it or tried to attack you. But either way, you just see the ripple and nothing. Beneath you is just the dark stone floor. Because you're now under the candelabras. By the way, the candelabras are they're the only source of light in this room. Mm-hmm. So the rest of you guys are walking through the center, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably.
Who's in the front?
Probably Braddock.
Probably me, yes.
And then Yvette.
Yeah.
And then me in the back.
So Braddock, you're walking through the center, and as you start passing between some of the tables of the candelabras where like the light is crossing but like hitting the tables themselves, where you step, you're okay for a moment. You step into an area where like a table's passing by. Mm-hmm. Oh, your AC is a 10, isn't it?
13 with my mage armor up.
Your mage armor is up?
It was the very
It
first
lasts
thing
for
I did in the
hours.
octopus fight.
Okay.
I could have helped. Instead, I went, no, I'm going to buff myself.
Well, you
So-
are definitely evil.
That's a 15. So something does reach up at your leg, and you're going to take 2 damage, and you lose 2 strength.
Oh, no.
So you feel something slice at your leg and steal some of your strength. And you look down, and again, you just see the dark, cold floor.
Of the shadow? You're in the shadow of where the light isn't hitting.
Oh, is that what's going on?
Well, Mike knows that because Mike knew about the thing that happened to Michael, but I don't think Linus has quite put that together.
As you're still
Not
walking,
It's like when the candelabras were crossing, I got confused with it.
Yvette also is stepping in one of these areas where some of the light is crossing with a table.
It's like Doctor Who.
I know, that's what I was thinking.
That's like a 20.
God damn it.
So you're also going to take 2 damage, but also lose 2 strength.
God damn
What is your
it.
strength at?
My strength is 9.
Please, anybody let me know when your strength gets below 5.
Okay.
All right, so that just happens. Linus, you're in the middle, right?
No, I'm in the back.
You're in the back. So you're still
I'm seeing these
where
things.
you are. You're seeing both of them get attacked. Maybe you don't see what's attacking them. Again, it looks like something cut your leg quickly. In fact, Linus, give me a perception check because you're walking behind him, but you're looking around the room probably.
13.
You notice something dark on the floor beneath Yvette. You don't see anything with Braddock, but you did notice something quick beneath the floor of Yvette. Also, after you got these 2 cuts, now that you're doing this perception check, you see something change in the corner of your eye on the right-hand side on the wall, and the oil painting where the 2 kids were running out of the forest with the dark eyes now look like both you, Yvette, and Braddock.
I'm going to jump up on the table.
So you jump up on the table. So you leap up onto the table.
Something's on the floor! Something's on the
Going on
floor!
there? I'm on the floor.
The candelabra shakes a little bit. Something.
Oh, no.
As you, Marcus, are still on the floor crawling, something else. Oh yeah, that's unfortunately.
Oof.
So you are going to take.
Here's
Oh,
where I die.
that's the 4. So 4 damage and you lose 4 strength.
It's okay, guys. I got 6 strength now.
Uh-oh. So
And I got two hit points.
and since this is like a direct attack, like you feel it, And give me a perception check.
My perception is bad. It's a 3.
You do not see anything.
I just start
But you
running.
feel like something as you're crawling on the floor beneath you, like stab you with cold hands.
I literally jump up and run as fast as I can to the other side of the room. Just sprinting over there.
Sprinting over there?
Yeah.
Okay. Just running to the other side. Going to get attacked again. Oh! It was
Doctor-
it was low. It was low.
Doctor Who, you have to have the one guy who runs out and basically shows us how the monster works.
Yeah. So you run to the other side of the room. Something feels like it nips at your mage armor, but you make it to the other side of the room, and you're over there now. I would like all of you to give me a perception check as this happened.
13 again.
12.
7.
Neither of you guys really see anything. With a 13, again, you see something that looks like quick and dark whip at his leg as he runs by, but you don't see it anymore.
But I know that it's staying in the dark, so I just say, get.
Yes, you did see it. You noticed. Now that you're looking for it and you jumped up on the table, you noticed that when the light from the candelabra wasn't there and he crossed into a space of darkness, you saw something nip at his leg.
So I say, get in the light. Stay away from the shadows. It's hiding under there.
By the way, you now see on the one where the kid's looking into the well, you see
course
Markus
it's the
is
well.
now sitting
I'm
there
in the well.
staring down.
There's a
Octopus
tentacle around her neck.
tentacles.
Just one eye looking back up at you.
Yeah.
I just say, don't look at the walls and stay out of the light, or stay in the light. Run.
Stay out of the light.
Stay in the light.
Stay in the
light.
Got it.
Run, please.
So as you're looking, there really, as you get to the other side where he ran through, the light from the candelabras only goes so far and it stops. And there's a space of black before the next room, which Markus has run
Are the
into.
candelabras on the table or hanging from the ceiling?
They're on the table.
I pick up a candelabra.
Okay, you pick up a candelabra.
I'm bringing the light with me, motherfuckers.
I thought it was hanging. Yeah, those are good. Yeah, we should use it. Oh, those would be chandeliers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Candelabras are... Yeah, bring them.
I'm bringing the candelabra with me and walking towards the door, using it to create light wherever I'm stepping.
Okay, so you pick up the candelabra, you start walking with it, and you start bringing light with it. You walk all the way to the other side of the room, and you're fine.
Nice.
I'll do the other thing, and I'll walk with Yvette.
Perfect.
Okay. Now, where you're on a table with a candelabra, so you pick up one, and then if I assume you bring it to Yvette, you
Yep.
grab it?
Yes.
So you guys start walking through the candelabras. As you guys are walking through, you do see on the floor ripples in the darkness where the light goes over. As soon as the light touches it from the candelabra, you see something slither away into the darkness.
I'm just saying, don't look, keep going, don't look, don't look.
And
And I'm not entirely talking to Yvette.
I'm sitting there just like, I get it. You just keep repeating yourself. It's like, no.
it's fine. It's fine. Everything's
What are
fine.
you even
Everything's
talking
fine. Everything's
about?
good. No, we're good. We're good totally. And we're here.
And you guys make it to the other side of the room. As you look back now, the oil paintings are back to normal. Just a couple little kids running through, and you're fine.
The abyss shall also look into you.
Huh?
And I turn and walk to the next door.
What do you mean? What does that
He's
mean?
becoming a poet.
What?
The half-orc poet.
Braddock, what did you mean?
So again, you guys come to a winding staircase to take you up. Do you guys start walking up? Mm-hmm. So
I'll set
Staircases.
the candelabra down at the doorway so that like hopefully it can't cross that area.
okay.
Smart.
So you set the candelabra down, and that was very clever. And now you start going up the spiraling staircase, which is in complete darkness. So you make your way up. You start to spiral up the staircase, and you get to the top of the staircase.
Are you keeping your candelabra?
Yes,
I
I
think he has
am.
one.
Okay.
Yeah, I figured Braddock was still holding on to his. Cool. So you guys make your way up to the next room, and now you finally see light coming through at the top. You see a torch waiting right at the top, and you step up the stairs, and you see sitting right beneath the torch, you actually see what looks like a little stand, like a little table, and sitting there is a candelabra similar to the one that you're carrying, Braddock, and the candles are blown out. And it's sitting there just beneath the torch. It looks like it's just kind of resting there. Down the hall, you look straight ahead, you see a long hallway. It looks like it goes probably about 30 feet. And to about maybe 10 feet up ahead of you, you see just to the right-hand side, it looks like a little archway going into a side room with light dancing off of what looks like brilliant, bright golden colors in the room on the right. At the very end of the hall, you can see, because the torchlight only basically ends here. The torchlight is right here by the side of the wall where you've come up to the top with this little desk. And down the hall is dark. It is very, very dark. And you see, if you look, and I'd like each of you to make a perception check, you see something in the darkness.
Ooh, 13.
11.
7.
14.
So Braddock and Yvette, you two can see it a little bit better, but it looks like facing you, like staring down the hall, is a skeleton. Looks like a skeleton just standing there with some armor on it, just like facing and looking down in your direction, but not moving. It's just standing there at the edge of the hall in the dark.
In armor.
I'm going to take my candelabra, and I'm assuming it's a similar candelabra that's
It
sitting
looks
there out.
exactly like the candelabra.
I'm basically going to tip my candelabra over and light all of its candles simultaneously. with
Okay.
my own- now there is
Spilling
proper
wax
light.
everywhere.
You light the candelabra, and as your like light kind of passes into the room, you see the skeleton start to like move towards you, towards the light. The wooden table itself, now that you have a closer look, that you've gotten near it and lit the candelabra itself has like some weird like stickiness around all of it, the metal parts of it. Even when you try to light it, it's very difficult. I feel like there's like a stickiness on it. And when you look at the wooden table, you see like some of the table looks burnt or eroded away. But you see the skeleton start to move closer towards you and the light and the candelabra.
Was he able to light the candelabra?
It took a couple tries because of this weird, gross, gooey viscous on it. But you managed to light it, yes.
Old habits. I put the candelabra down and look up.
Okay. you look up and you see a torch in a ceiling. And you see stone.
Good call, though.
Also, as you're just kind of like surveying the area, you see that this table itself is nailed, screwed into the ground and into the wall. It's just fixated there. You also see that the candelabra that's sitting there looks like it's not just sitting on the table itself. It looks like it's like slotted into the table. Like it looks like when somebody put it down, there's like a little slot that you like slot it into, and it just sits there like it's held into the table, and the table is screwed into or nailed into the floor against the wall. And you see the skeleton slowly moving towards you, getting closer and closer. Now, what's odd is I'd like all of you to roll perception again.
6.
Mediocre. 10.
Braddock got a 10.
12.
4.
Okay.
I
So
did bad.
you guys all rolled pretty badly. Linus, you're just on the cusp of maybe seeing... It's weird because it's in the dark, so you can't really tell. But the skeleton is moving strangely. Like, it doesn't look like it's walking normally. It looks like almost like a ghost. It could be hovering towards you.
I'm gonna take a button out of my pocket and just toss it at the thing to see if it passes through the skeleton.
Does he just have a pocket full of
That's
buttons?
what I was wondering,
Well,
too.
at this point, it's like 25 feet away, so you're going to need like a pretty good throw to get it all the way over there.
I'll
Roll
try.
for button throwing.
Give me a dexterity check.
20 total.
20. That's pretty good. So you just rear back and throw that button, and you see it as it's coming towards as it's flying towards the skeleton. You see it hit something in the air in front of it, and you see it hit, and now the button looks like it's now floating in the air, spinning.
No.
And the button just kind of like, it starts spinning and then it just stops. And it also looks like it's floating in the air. Now, the skeleton and the button look like they're floating and moving towards you.
Guys, slime on the candelabra, something moving with these relics stuck inside of it. We got there, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cube.
Mm.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm blowing out all those candles, though.
No, don't do that. Please don't do that. Let's back up. Let's back up into the
Real
stairs. Is it
far.
wide enough?
The stairs?
Yeah. How wide is the stairway in comparison to the hallway?
The stairway itself is like decently wide. It's about like 10 feet wide.
Oh, that's a good size.
Now, this thing is still about
Yeah.
25 feet ahead. Again, there is still a small side room about 10 feet up before the skeleton on the right-hand side.
Let's break for that.
Are we going to try to make a run for it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's
Following
do
you.
it.
Okay, so you guys run in there. Do you take the candelabra with you?
No, I'm actually not. I've left it on the table.
So you've left it on the
I'll
table?
grab it.
It's
Do it. Go,
Okay, so
Linus.
you grab the candelabra. The other candelabra is still in there. Do you take that one as well?
the socketed one.
No, I'm not going to worry about that one.
Okay.
Just the one.
So you basically run into the side room. You step in there, and again, you see the skeleton start floating closer and closer. You're now in this room while you're like waiting. Are you fixating on the door? Or are you guys also looking around in the room?
There was that weird golden light. I'm curious what the golden light.
Well, now that you're in here, it looks like there is just piles and piles of gold in here.
Oh,
There's gold
shit.
and gems and looks like magical implements
Found
and
our
items
room.
all around the room. You even see a big treasure chest in the corner next to this pile of gold.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Is it locked?
I'm actually keeping my eyes. I probably see it. I'm like, gold. Okay, where's this thing? And I'm like still watching the creature, the gelatinous cube, presumably.
Who
sliding
knows?
by.
Quote unquote.
don't
There's no way to know.
Oh no.
Well, as this skeleton slowly gets closer and closer, you do see now, as it's only maybe 5 feet from the lip of this entrance, it starts to move by, and you actually look down at the floor and you notice that the lip of this entrance is a little bit higher off the ground. So it looks like there's like a groove in the floor, like a indented groove in the ground. And you start to see slime billow off the side of the corner of this archway. As you now see with the light dancing off of your candelabra, you see the corner of what looks like a gelatinous cube. And this thing starts to float by, and you see the skeleton a lot more clearly now. It doesn't look like it's alive. It looks like it might have been somebody before.
Icky.
And you see now the button is deep within the body of this gelatinous cube, and the skeleton just floating on by. It passes by you, it goes, and then a few moments later, you see the light from the candelabra over there goes out, and it is completely past you, by the way.
Yeah.
And then you start to see the gelatinous cube starting to slowly move back again to cross in front of the doorway. Is any of you guys paying attention to the room at this point?
I am. I'm looking at all that gold.
I think our non-human characters.
Yeah, the
Okay.
cool ones. What?
Well, I got to be about the non-human part.
Yeah.
Okay,
So-
the evil ones. Is that better?
We're just more honest about our lives.
So what is Yvette and
I
Braddock?
live my life out loud.
So what is Yvette and Braddock doing now? While I guess if Linus and Markus are looking at the cube, what are you two doing?
I'm going towards that chest.
Okay.
I'm
Is it
looking
locked?
for the obvious magical stuff.
Sure. So you're going up against the wall, and you're like, it looks like there's little baubles and things. Like it looks like a golden like frog. You see a silver horse sitting on, and you're just kind of picking it up and examining it.
By the way, I'm marking time. I'm trying to see how long it takes the cube to go from one side of the hall to the other, just to sort of get our sense of how long it's going to be.
It looks like once it passes the archway, it takes about 20 seconds for it to get all the way to the end. Then when you see the light goes out, it's about 10 seconds there, and then another 10 seconds back till it starts crossing back over the archway, and it starts heading back towards where it started.
So while I'm measuring time, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Stuff's
so
happening.
you're picking up silver horses and stuff, and as you're playing around with it, it's interesting. You pick it up, and it looks great, and you start flipping it over, and it feels not as heavy as it should be. It feels like almost hollow and brittle. And you go up to the treasure chest, right? Now you reach down. It looks like a regular flip lock, right? Do you just go flip the lock to open it up?
Yeah.
Okay, so you reach in and you pull on the lock. Just as you pull on it, the lock flips open. The treasure chest opens. Inside, though, you see on the top of the brim of the chest and on the bottom rim, you see big, sharp teeth.
Of course, it's a mimic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
We're teenagers. We have to learn all our lessons the hard way.
and the gold starts to move as it starts to change, and the gold tint and the color of the coins inside recede into a big purple tongue as it reaches out and wraps itself around you and tries to bite you. Roll for initiative. Braddock, what's your initiative?
6.
Okay.
Checks out.
Yvette, what's your
13.
initiative? 13. Linus
9.
and Markus.
5.
Oh boy. Oh no.
Gonna be one of those days.
I also want to note that I have 2 HP at the moment.
And your back is turned.
Right?
Yeah.
So this thing's going first.
Shocker.
And it's going to try to bite you.
Of course.
Oh no, not great. Got a 9, which I
Nope.
don't believe is going to be enough.
Nah.
So it tries to chomp at you and does not get you. All right, up next is Yvette.
We're going to do a frostbite on this guy. It's a con save.
Okay. Constitution saving throw. Oh, that's not very good. That is a 10.
Yep. Nope, didn't beat. So it takes 1 damage.
Oh no.
And then it has
Savage.
disadvantage on the next weapon attack.
Okay. All right, up next is going to be Linus.
Firebolts. But at a part of it that isn't obviously frozen, I don't want to undo the ice thing. It doesn't matter.
I don't think you've hit with a firebolt yet.
I don't think I've rolled above a 10 on a firebolt yet, because that was a 10 again.
All right. Well, Braddock, you're up next.
Acid splash on the mimic. Yeah. He has to succeed on a dex saving throw.
Rolled a 2, so it goes through.
Have 5 damage.
Nice.
5 acid damage.
5 acid damage.
So you coat it in acid, and as the acid hits it, it opens its maw and swallows it and smiles.
Oh, that wasn't the ideal response.
Nope.
From an enemy.
Marcus, it's your turn.
Or a dungeon master.
Okay, so I see a horrifying pile of chest teeth behind me. And what does the room... Where's the gelatinous cube in the other room?
The gelatinous cube, it's basically filling up the archway at this point, because it's basically now started to cross back over it. There's like a slight sliver where it's going down the other way.
Okay, so it's right in front of where we are.
Exactly.
Okay. So it went down and then that's coming.
So we're presently boxed in.
Great. So you see Marcus look at the thing, look out at the gelatinous cube, look at the thing, look out at the gelatinous cube, and then shoots a frostbolt at the
mimic. Well, we don't know if it's a mimic. It's a magical box that has teeth.
Oh, yes. Magical teeth box. Sorry.
We're wizards. We're all pretty smart.
Yeah, it's true.
That's a nat 20. Doesn't do anything.
There
But
we go.
What are you hitting up with? Ray of Frost?
Ray of Frost.
Ray of
yeah.
Frost.
You still doubled the damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, roll the dice twice.
That's a lovely 10.
Ooh,
It is 10 points colder than it was before.
my goodness.
And
That's
it
a
also
lot of
can move
damage.
10 feet less.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Excellent. All right, up next is it. And it is now going to continue to try to bite at you, Yvette.
Of course.
Oh, that's a 17 plus 5. Oh, that's right. Somebody else told me.
Thank you.
Thank you,
for
producer.
that.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage, which means, that's only a 5 plus 5, so that's 10. And your
Nope.
AC is higher, I believe. Yeah, 13.
Yeah.
So again, tries to chomp at you. Doesn't get you. All right. Up next is Yvette.
Its speed is slowed, correct?
It's
Yeah.
10 feet slower, yeah.
10 feet slower.
Oh.
But we're still boxed in, so...
Are we still boxed in? I thought the gelatinous cube was back at the other door.
No,
You are
it's-
still boxed in because now you've noticed the gelatinous cube has stopped in front of the archway.
Damn it.
And you can't tell what it's looking at, but it's stopped right in front of the archway. It does not have eyes.
All right. I'm going to do Frostbite again. So it's a con save.
You got it.
Con save.
Right. You were like, it's a con save, and I'm like, that's correct. You're like, that means you do something? Ah, yes.
That's right. That's right.
I read.
I've done this show. Here we go. Constitution saving throw, 13 plus 2, so 15.
Just me it.
I am sorry. Would you like to move away or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm definitely getting away
Well,
from
we'll
it
take an
as far
attack of
as I can.
opportunity if you do that.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, never mind.
Okay.
I'll just stay by the beast, dude.
All right. Linus.
I gotta shoot firebolt at something.
Oh my God, no.
But the question is, I think I'm gonna shoot it. I mean, Braddock is definitely giving me the eyes, like, shoot the gelatinous cube.
Oh no, don't do it.
I'm gonna shoot the mimic still. One encounter at a time. Hey, it's higher than 10, guys!
Whoa!
Oh my God.
It's a total of 14.
That is a hit.
Yeah.
That
Deal
is
you-
larger than 10.
Deal you damage.
Oh, nice. 8 fire damage.
Boom.
Okay.
That firebolt's finally good for something.
You guys are lighting this thing up. You're hitting it with ice. You're hitting it with fire. All right. Up next is Braddock.
Well, it ate my acid.
It did.
So now I'm going to go to my other cantrip, Chill Touch. Necrotic skeletal hand reaches out for the mimic.
What's it like to have more than one cantrip that can do damage?
Right?
Great.
It's pretty fun.
Well, it's less interesting when the range to touch attack is an 11.
That is not going to be enough. You just looks like you just barely miss it. So you like it's touch though, right?
Well,
it's a
chill
ranged
touch
spell attack.
creates a ghostly hand.
Okay.
Just crazy.
Gotcha.
It's a
I thought you had to
misnomer.
run up and like try to slap it, and it's like, nope. All right, Marcus, you're up.
I mean, I'm just going to shoot it again with more magic-ies while I stay as far away from it as possible. I want to make that clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is probably a hit. That's a 20.
20. That does hit.
Missed the dice box, but that's a 3. So it takes 3 cold damage and is slowed.
All right.
Again.
Continues to be very slow. All right. The creature is now going to change up its tactics And you see a tentacle-y thing come off the side of it. It looks like a little pseudopod. And try to... Yeah, it starts grappling out, and it tries to grab you with it.
Of course.
Yvette, I mean. Oh, it rolled a 3. And it still has disadvantage, I believe. Doesn't it? Or is that one?
No, because it made its last
just the one
save.
thing.
No, it didn't make a save.
Against Frostbite, it did.
Oh, it did.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's still only an 8. And it does not get you. Try to grapple you. No go. Oh. Nope, never mind. It had a thing. But it doesn't work because it hasn't hit anything yet.
Yeah.
All right. Up next is going to be Yvette.
Okay, so can I move away as I...
You can do a disengage, which will... It takes an action, but it won't get an opportunity attack against you, and you can move away.
Well, I don't really want to disengage. I just kind of want to, like, back up a little bit.
You certainly can, but it will get
It will
an
still
attack
get
of
an attack
opportunity.
opportunity.
Let's
Alright,
swing
fine.
its little creepy little pseudopod at you.
Alrighty, let's see here. That one, yeah. Alright, so I'm going to Ray of Frost at it now.
So
Are you backing away?
Nah, I'll just stay there.
If you're in close range, you have disadvantage on Ray of Frost.
Okay, never mind. Frostbite it is. I'll just keep trying to frost it.
Just keep making it cold, uncomfortably cold.
And giving it
cold.
disadvantage is a good idea. So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's a Constitution save again.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's not enough. That's a 9.
Haha. Alrighty, so it is... Oh, god damn it. 1 damage.
Hey,
But
What die are you rolling when you give...
My sad little D6.
Oh. All
just
right.
hates me today.
A snowflake stings it in the eye.
but now it has disadvantage on its next attack,
does,
right?
it
Yeah.
has
So
So
that's still good.
There you go.
Still great. All right. Up next is Linus.
Firebolt. Maybe
Does
hits if
whatever.
I roll an 18.
Nicely done.
Yeah. It's the theme song. It helps.
1 damage.
Best wizards.
2 hours later.
I kind of knew he'd be the shittiest. I just kind of knew.
All
That's how he
right.
learns.
Yeah.
Braddock, you're up next.
This is how we get better. Chill touch again. That would be a 7.
That is not going to hit. I know it looks like a big treasure chest that is difficult to move around, but it's crafty. All right. Up next is Markus.
I continue my ravenous cold blast.
You're crushing this thing.
Well, I'm not going to get close to this thing.
You've gained so much experience from fighting that octopus.
Yeah, try not to fall on top of the creature.
Another crit, baby.
And it was
Jeez.
when it was cocked on a natural 20, and then he rolled into
he
a
rolled a
regular
natural
natural 20.
God, that's
It's okay. It makes up for all the ones I rolled.
I believe.
trying to
I don't
climb
know
up
if you
of.
do double damage,
I don't-
even when you crit with it. I guess you
Spells?
do.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's just a regular like hit spell. Yeah.
It's
so
not
you'll roll
4th edition anymore.
Yeah, you'll roll the damage
That's
twice
weird,
then.
That is 5.
Nice.
Best wizard.
Yeah.
Of this round? Yeah.
For sure. So you guys are kind of like in a circle, just like shooting at this thing. Die.
Suppressing fire!
You know the scene in Shaun of the Dead where they all hit it in sequence?
I'll take our turns.
All right, so this thing's not going to stop messing around, and it's going to try to bite you, Yvette.
Has it been messing
It's
around?
been, of course it
Apparently,
has.
yeah. It's just been like toying with us.
Jeez, an 11. That's not enough.
No, it is
just
not.
tries to chomp at you. It's swinging its little tentacle at you. Its little pseudopod. Nothing. All right, Yvette, it's your turn.
Alright. I'm gonna frostbite it again.
It's just
gonna whittle it down.
It's five bad combatants trying to slowly slap each other to death.
It's like, how long is it gonna be before we're all just like, alright, let's just go get a drink, guys.
What were we even fighting about? Come on, let's talk this out at the phone.
Flashback
Talk it
to
through.
2 months ago. The old wizard's like, how much can I purchase this for? It's like, it's only a copper piece. It's a mimic. Why only a copper piece? Oh, it's a really good mimic, though. It's just on a discount, a special discount.
Gerald's discount mimics.
Gerald's
Why is he
discount.
Gerald.
It's like a gnome.
Come to
Gerald,
my,
but
and it just says furniture store, but furniture's in quotes. Come to my furniture store. All right, so
These doors don't
Constitution
open.
saving throw.
yes,
yeah,
yeah,
here we go. It's a natural one, of course.
Nice.
This,
was gonna
thing,
say,
this is the saddest
See if I can
mimic
get something
ever.
else.
We did a whole run about the furnace.
One again. Another powerful snowflake crashes down onto its body,
Mastery of her talents.
decimating one of its hinges.
I like the idea that it just kind of like floats down onto its purple tongue. It's
Yeah.
like,
Let it go. Let it go.
exactly.
Stand back and watch as her snowflakes destroy your kitchenware.
Her special snowflake.
Just
pretty,
like
actually.
Frostbite, a slow death.
Still disadvantaged, though. Oh, I wasn't even rolling for that last time. I don't need to.
It was just terrible.
All right.
It's bad enough.
Up is Linus.
Please
14
make us look good.
plus 6 to hit. 9 fire damage.
Whoa.
There we go.
What is going on?
He found that boss's little weak spot.
No. It's like
was-
right there.
We're all plinking away at the body, and he's like, "No, hit the glowy bit."
And there's like a little big red glowy thing on its bottom. All right, Braddock, you're up.
Skeletal hand thing. Chill touch. 14.
That hits.
Nice.
I can actually look at what the spell does. 1d8. 8 necrotic damage, and it can't regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
Finish it. How do you finish this mimic off?
The skeletal hand leaps forward, grabs onto the top of the lid, and cranks it backward, snapping on the lid off.
God.
King Kong style.
So King Kong just ripped the jaw the opposite way? Ooh.
Yeah.
With a necrotic hand. Very nice.
And this gross, acidy, like, fluids just spills out onto the floor. And as you see it spill out around the gold around it, you see the gold start to crack and break. It looks like it was just, like faux gold, like fake.
Fool's gold.
Yes, pretty
Aw.
much.
Hey. We're all
Um,
fools.
So you're out of initiative for this fight, but the gelatinous cube is still sitting there at the entrance to the maw of this archway. Because maw is fun to say. But it is just an archway, and it looks like it's just sitting there outside the front. Now, Linus, where are you in the room?
I think I'm exactly in between where the mimic was and where the archway is.
Okay, so you're just standing like kind of right in front of it.
Yeah, holding the candelabra. Mm-hmm. Hi.
So you're just speaking to it. It just sits there. It's looking at you. Do you move around at all?
I cast a firebolt on it.
Oh, okay.
That's a 3. Plus some, but not
Doesn't hit.
Not a bunch, I bet.
It hits the wall nearby.
That's the Linus I know.
Exactly.
That was a warning.
It just sits there, right at the archway.
Well, there's now no more gold, so
Yeah, that
what was
all melted
behind the
away.
gold? That's no longer there.
It just looks like a dirty room.
Boo.
The acidic fluids are still filling out into the room around, catching a few more of the fool's gold. And you see that little silver horse that you were inspecting is on the floor now. It rolls over it. You see like the silvery papering is peeling off of it, and it looks like poor clay underneath.
There's stickers of Gerald's furniture store all over
Yep,
the place.
all over it.
Yep.
I'm going to take a...
On the bottom of the mimic, when it died, it said, like, it etched in it said no refunds.
I'm going to take a step towards the cube.
Okay, so you step towards the cube. As you get closer to it, it starts to press up closer towards the wall.
I step back.
You step back, and it backs up a little bit, but not by much.
I step back further.
It backs up just a little bit more, but again, not enough to, like, squeeze you up. But it looks like as you got closer to it, it tried to get closer to you, and as you backed up, it got a little bit farther away.
Firing squad?
I'm going to blow out the candelabra.
You blow out the candelabra, and the cube slowly goes back to its little starting spot.
I forgot you were holding the candelabra.
Just firebolting while holding a candelabra.
Yeah.
There's something very thematically appropriate about that.
Call me Count Candelabra.
Words. They're hard.
They're
I know.
hard. Candelabra, tough.
I'm going to cock my head out and see. I want to watch it. And
It
then
goes all the way back to the very end of the hall and stops.
I mean, can you even see it?
Well, the skeleton's in it.
So,
still.
like, as you see it go back, and now that you guys are
Oh,
closer,
right,
'cause
there's
you-
no more light.
There's no more light.
yeah, so it goes back, and now you just see the skeleton and the button. Still, kind of. You can barely. It's about 20 feet from you now, but it's kind of just spinning there in the air.
The creatures can see it perfectly well, you basic humans.
Ha-
Jeez.
hang on. Hang on.
Basic.
The range. How close are we to the entrance to where the first candelabra was?
You're about 10 feet from it.
Perfect. The range of prestidigitation is 10 feet.
Okay.
I'm first going to clear it off of slime,
Okay.
and then I'm going to light all those candles.
So all those candles light, and you see the gelatinous cube start to slowly now move back towards where the candelabra is. So-
Excellent.
Starts sliding down the hall, slide. It passes the archway where all of you guys are standing in. It goes past, and it passes just out of the archway, and then the light of the candelabra goes out, and you hear tss.
As soon as it leaves us, we say, go, 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 go.
go.
Yep.
So you guys,
exactly.
as soon as you do, you run out of the archway and run down to the end of the hall. You see the gelatinous tube start to come back towards you. You get to the end of the hall and you see there's a doorway there where the gelatinous cube was sitting. It's covered in like ooze and acid. It looks like it's eroded away some of this door, but it's right there.
I'll do a quick prestidigitation to clean off the acid.
Okay.
Door.
I
Yeah.
try to open it. I'm totally dead. I try to open the door.
You open the door and you explode. No, you open the door and you see a little stairway going up to looks like a well-lit room.
More stairs.
Right.
Yep. Let's go.
All right, let's do it.
Continue climbing the stairs.
Okay.
Close the door behind
Close
us.
the door behind you,
Light
and-
the candelabra.
As you're closing the door, you light it again at the end?
No, I light mine.
Oh, you light yours. Okay. Thanks for listening to this week's episode. We'll be back next week with the third and final part of our adventure with Linus and his friends. Photos and character art can be found in the show notes on partialarc.com. And while you're there, why not check out some of our other podcasts, including Roll the Seas, where myself and Andrew Dickinger discuss the absolute madness of Warhammer 40k. If you have any questions about the show, you can email us at FridayNightQuests@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Tumblr, all under the handle Partial Arc. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you on the battlefield.
Yeah, I'm gonna loot the body.
So, how much experience do we get?
Well, now we have a skeleton army, so that's pretty neat.